Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Sonny here, and we got our global lab patch today. There is a couple Dosa changes in there, some Wars of Roses things, some NodeWar changes, guys. Don't get your hopes up. Let's dive into it. It's a smaller one today. Kind of disappointed, but let's just get to it. As always, we're doing this live at Twitch TV/BySepsonsPrime. Come and hang out when we do the deep dive and we talk about all the stuff, all the changes, discuss it, and view it in the larger context. Yeah, that's about it. First off here, we got the War of the Roses regular season starting. It's starting already the 14th, on Sunday the 14th, globally in all regions, it seems. There's been some changes. Some major changes is the Spirit Altar now activates 10 minutes into the match. And then 20 minutes after that on next activation. They changed how you resurrect. So now you can no longer resurrect in the front line. You have to resurrect a line backwards. So this should hopefully allow people a greater comeback. Instead of the enemy spawning on top of the node that they just took, they would then have to spawn further back and run up there while you could spawn close by, is how I presume is going to work. Next up here, during the Wars of Roses, when attacking a sanctuary occupied by enemy force, successfully occupying for your allies, the Guardian monster appears to be changed to receive an invincible effect for 3 minutes. To kind of like protect after you take it, I guess. And then the weird thing here is they talked, like there's been a lot of feedback about backdooring being a problem. So they made it a feature. They added a new skill, Designated Resurrection, which quite literally lets you spawn at any node, even if the enemy occupies it for 5 minutes. So you can use this to backdoor, presumably. So that's another thing they added. Instead of fixing the problem of backdooring, they made it an actual feature of the game mode. They also buffed the rewards quite a bit here to hopefully incentivize people to playing it. The leading guilds are getting this box here, which are 3 billion silver and 7 of these boxes, Kaffir stones, 150, chilling fragments. You need 100 of these to turn in for our base depot, and loot scrolls. The third legion on win gets 2 billion. They get 4 of the loot boxes, 200 Kaffirs. All this. You can see this link down below. And then there is draw and loss. Now, what's interesting here is this right here. So the third legion, the leading guild gets more rewards. However, the third legion can get bonus rewards that the leading guild can't. And they get these Sylvia tokens depending on how many missions they complete that the guild, the leading guild puts up. So they're gonna add these missions that can, like, oh, you guys go and do this. If you do it, you get some of these bonus tokens that will allow you bonus rewards. So I think this is a really good way of incentivizing the third legion to listen to the tactics and do the best thing for the outcome of the war by doing these missions. So I think this is a really cool idea. I hope it works. But yeah, they can take, in the boxes here, you have all these items. It's basically the NodeWar boxes, right? You can get Depot, next belt and earring, special evasions, all that, right? These trophies here, the tokens, you can turn in at your discretion for chests, house buffs, perfumes, Kaffir stones, all of this, and you see the cost right here. So this is something you can like get more of right while doing the third legion. And these boxes here also have the depot stuff in it. Next up is finally an update and a buff to the ranked season rewards that they promised us. It's not really a ranked reward as far as I can see here. This is for all AOS. It's also practice. So still a bit hollow. They did promise us increased rewards for ranked. And if this is it, then I guess this is it, right? But it's definitely better than nothing. So they are increasing how many tokens you get for a win, draw, and loss significantly. 50% more tokens on a win, double on a draw, and 3 times on defeat. So you're getting 15 tokens now on defeat, where I used to get 20 on a win, right? So you're gonna get a lot more of these, and then they added new items to them. They added the sturdy forest threads, which are used to make the powered up well tendies. They added tough well tendies, superior well tendies, enhancements, and these chilling fragments, which are used for making depots. And you see the calls out here, but this is just weekly stuff. And you still have all the regular ones, but now you're gonna get even more things, right? More tokens, so you can get more of them. So it will increase the silver power value by a bit, at least 50%, right? Assuming you win all the time, even more if you lose. So that's something. Still a long way to go. For Daycare Lantern, they made some fixes, so the mobs don't desport if you're standing too far away for too long at Pillar Coup, Sulfur, Arkman, and Hysteria. And here are the NodeWar changes we've all been waiting for. Mobs disappear 5 minutes later than before. So currently, mobs on the NodeWar channel disappears 15 minutes before. They will now disappear 10 minutes before. And if there are no fight on the node, the mobs won't disappear now. And that's it. So now the real W in this entire patch here, cutscene skip change has been changed from 3 seconds to 1.2. Look at this go. Look at it go, man. This right here, W. You can now skip the questing even faster. It's actually really great. I'm happy to see this. Now you just need to cut it down to 1 second. And there's like some live stuff when you're low level and how it flashes up, whatever. Lots of descriptions here, non-actual stuff. GLaB only things, doesn't matter. The bug fixes, completely irrelevant. Class changes, don't get your hopes up. Some bug fixes on Violation, where it slowed down a bit when it did the final spinning hit was successful. Nemesis Slash on Musa, it's been fixed where it didn't activate immediately. And for Mego on Foxflare, the issue of not linking with other skills after hitting target when it was on cooldown has been improved, and the issue where the character would freeze when repeatedly pressing the S key in Awakening has been improved as well. Great. Now for Dosa, these are the documented changes on Dosa on global. Some auto pathing fix, and then here deep haze absolute skill. That's a WF, the movement skill into the kick. It's changed from 7 to 5 seconds. The welcome slash, that is the LMB after pretty much everything, like the movements, and then LMB jumps forward, does a slash, iframe with a CC. Now you can use this all like constantly, even on cooldown. However, it won't get the CC or the iframe and the damage, the critical hit when on cooldown, but you can use it for the movement. So that's really, really nice, especially for PvE, reposition, and all that. The strategy has been improved to link smoothly with other skills. When linking with the Cloudwell skill forward and backwards, the Cloudwell skill has been changed to activate on the second hit. I think this is the dash, right? The forward dash. So it should be a bit smoother when you're using your shift dashing. Here we got Cloud Step and the Viagra Shaft. Fix the issue where you can't. So basically, when you do the shift space and you're flying, when you land, like at the end, there's a super armor, but it's like at the end of the animation, you can now R&B. You can't do that right now in live, but it's super smooth. We already went and tested it on global. It is super smooth, super responsive, and you can use it on the entirety of the animation of your shift space dashing thingy. It's a really nice change. The flow on Viagra Shaft, when you are linking it after these abilities, Cloud Spire, Straighter Shift, Cloud Drift, has been improved so the enemy is in front while moving, the attack will be activated immediately. Well, exactly what this means, not entirely sure. We tried to test it. It's hard to see. Maybe the animation is a bit faster, maybe CC is a bit faster, but it doesn't really feel like there is anything super noticeable with it. However, when you do C R&B, it is extremely fast. It is crazy long range. It's really responsive. We did some testing. Goes like up stairs and everything. It definitely seems we could almost TP from like one end of the battle arena to another kind of deal, like using the mobs there. The range was massive, depending. Sometimes it was bugging out. And doesn't seem to be in here, but that's super responsive. Rising Slash fixed the issue where Rising Slash did not activate when right-clicking after the Prime Cloud General in certain situations, when you couldn't use the Cloud Rail or the Viagra Shaft. I did go and test as well, and there might be some undocumented things to the mystified dashing on the shift abilities. It's still super inconsistent, but I compared some of the dashing behind on global to live, and there was some angling with the mouse where it would go to the front mob on live, but it would go to the back mob on global at the same place. But it was like slight differences. It could just be that maybe there's a bit of difference on the terrain on global and live. But it didn't feel 100% the same, but almost. So that's about it. Hopefully we get way more than this. Dosa needs more quality of life updates, changes. There are still some issues with AoEs not being applied properly in terms of damage application. At times, the dashing is so inconsistent. I did some testing where I could do like the shift LMB and then dash behind the target. On one target, that was further away. I could dash behind it and get like distance behind it and hit. And another target that stood a bit to the side that was closer, I ended up with my back turned towards it. I couldn't even get to it right. So there's some huge inconsistencies and bugs with these abilities, and either PA needs to fix them or just remove it. My personal preference would be if they just made the dashing a fixed distance, but you'd cancel with the dashing, but you could control the turning yourself, and it was like a fixed distance. That's what I would prefer, or maybe add that as an option on shift dashing. But there are so much inconsistencies right now with all these dash moves, and some are legitimately just bugged. So hopefully they sort that out, smooth that out, or just allow us to control it ourselves. But that's it for this time. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you all in the next one.